Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Juliuz and I'm watching the best videos of the trading industry together with you, so you don't have to do it all by yourself. Today, we are watching the one candle entry strategy that makes you deadly accurate. It's been a while since I last reacted on the day trading Addict. I'm subscribed to his channel, so this video got recommended to me, and you know the deal, guys. If someone claims to have a really good new strategy that makes you really accurate, rich, profitable, high win rate, anything basically, then I'm on board. I'm gonna react to that and tell you what I think about it. So you guys don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. Thank you for your support. It's more or less about 40 degrees here in my apartment. I'm talking Celsius, by the way. It's insanely hot. So let's get right into it. Here we go.
Most traders enter trades without no confidence, or they second guess themselves, or they think they need 10 things to line up, or some special indicator, maybe order flow or something that's going to help them get that precise entry, and they are confused. Now, I'm not saying that those things don't work, but what if I told you there's a way to read the market and only use one candle to enter your trades, and that will give you confidence, and it will help you not second guess anything, and it will also help you be more accurate with your trades. Most traders will never learn this because they think it's too simple, and it would never.
Yeah, guys, sometimes it can't be too simple. A simpler approach usually, I'm talking usually, leads to better results than over-complicated, over-regulated strategy, okay?
For work. Well, I'm here to show you it does work, and I'm gonna show you guys some live trading of me making 50.
Okay, we're gonna see some live trading. That's always a good sign for kind of a strategy video, okay? So the chances of this being fake are now way less than before. If live trading is part of his explanation, this is always very good.
18K, another trade I'm making 18K, and I'm gonna show you that I'm only using
18K in one trade. Wow.
One candle to get in the market. So let's
I actually love his necklace, okay? It's a little bit too colorful for my taste, but the idea of having like the candlesticks on a necklace, I really like it, okay? Maybe in black and white or something, and not so big, but I'm gonna think about that.
go. Okay, so what type of candle am I looking for? Well, it's just a simple bullish candle. So let's say that this is the market going up, right? And we are at a level, okay? I want a bullish candle.
Okay, we are at a level. Which level?
That forms around that level. So it could be a nice size bullish candle, or it could be a rejection candle that we have a nice wick to it, right? And then we have that body. So
okay, that is a pin bar, yes.
These are the main candles I'm looking for, right? Here.
Okay.
Or I can get in, okay, just by seeing that level. Whatever first reaction I get from that level, I could get into. So let me show you guys.
Okay, that wasn't that helpful. He's basically waiting for whatever candle there is at a level. Which level? I don't know. Let's continue.
Some examples so this could actually make sense. All right, so here's a good example. This day,
where are we? In the Nasdaq on a 5-minute chart. All right.
I was looking for longs because we had a nice pop to the upside. So we had.
I don't know which time zone he's in. UTC -4. I don't know what that is.
Has support right.
I think I'm UTC +2. So again, something completely different
Here. So I'm looking for reactions around that support level, right?
All right. So he's just trading support.
We went down to this support level right
in case of a overall uptrend
here. Okay.
But this is neither a pin bar nor a big engulfing whatsoever, okay? This is more or less a doji with kind of a little bigger body here.
And then we actually had a nice reaction around that level. You see how we have this wick, okay? So that to me is a good signal for me to say, all right, we have a nice rejection, right, from this level. If it
okay, guys, I do not want to be rude or anything, and I mean, it's not wrong what he teaches here, but isn't that a little, I mean, my first words in this video were that it can't be too simple. And that's true. So this is very simple, but do we need to make a video on this topic? Let's see what he's talking about.
It goes above this candlestick, right? We want it to go above the candlestick. Once it goes above the candlestick, we want to enter in.
Okay, but let's go a little bit back here. I already have some things to complain about. Okay, I'm not analyzing this chart first of all. I'm looking at the bigger picture, because what frustrated me in this example was that here was kind of a better bullish pin bar, like the one he told us about in the first few minutes, that the market is now coming back down to really make a double bottom. Can't know that, okay?
Right from this level, if it goes above this candlestick, right? We want it to go above the candlestick. Once it goes above the candlestick, we want to enter in. We can put our stop loss below the candlestick or at a recent swing high or swing low, okay? So it's up to you what you want to do, but you could do either one, right? So now I went long right here and I went for that quick pop to the upside. Now let me show you guys the live trading. All right, okay. So right here, you see me, boom, I got in the market. Now I'm basically just waiting. I'm putting in my stop loss right.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure if this is live. This could also be like a replay mode. Some of the softwares have a replay mode where you can review old market situations, and the software is now then playing it in real time. So maybe this is the case. I'm not too sure of which software he's using, so I can't be certain. So let's just say this is a real life example, okay? So I do not want to assume the worst. I'm saying, okay, this is now a recording of his live trading at that point.
Right now.
But with a little pinch of salt that we can't be 100% sure, okay?
For the market to give me my profit target, I'm basically targeting, some highs up top. Now, I got in because we had a nice rejection at that key level. I'm not looking at any specific 10 things to line up. I'm not looking at this special indicator that tells me, hey, I don't know, anything. It tells me, hey, it's time to go buy or it's time to sell. Again, I'm not saying that order flow or, indicators or other things like that, they don't work. What I'm saying is, I'd actually say that this trade is a little risky. Overall, we are in an uptrend, but nevertheless, this is a 5-minute chart who is since several hours in a short trend, okay? And keep in mind, I'm gonna draw something again. Keep in mind, we are now coming to resistance here. This is clear resistance. There might be a chance that the market is just retesting this level and then making new lows. So expecting a higher push here is risky. Keeping things as simple as possible. Let me fast forward this and show you guys what happened next.
So the chances that we are getting some momentum based off this support level is quite high. The question is, how far will the market go long?
All right, so this was a nice little pop to the upside. Everything is looking good. I'm saying, all right, I believe I'm going to get my profit. I don't see why not. But of course, you always have to be, alert and understand that anything can happen. Just be patient, right? So let me fast forward this. All right, so it's going up, boom. You see me, I got out that trade. So that was a quick, pretty much one-to-one.
Okay, that was actually a very, very, very good trade. From execution to taking profit right here. Pretty decent trade.
Out of that trade.
Also, the point where he took profit wasn't too bad. Here is some resistance. The next one would be a little bit higher. Maybe the market will reach that level as well.
Trade,
but definitely a point where you could say, okay, we are more or less making a double top here. Why not take the profit now?
Let me show you guys the profit on this trade. So right here, you see that I made $961, and that's time,
which is a lot of money, guys. I know we are overstimulated by the traders who are making $100,000 a week, basically. Member FX, I'm talking about you. $200,000 a week, but $900 trading day. It's an insane amount of money. This was just like one trade, guys.
I believe at this day I had 4 accounts, so that sounds 4. So that's probably like 4,000 something.
Okay. He's also scaling in with copy trading.
Dollars, and I had another account. Let me show you that real quick. Okay, so here's the next account,
and the market even went higher.
That I have. So this is, I'm trading prop firms. So this account, you see, I took the same trade.
Yeah, I'm actually not too interested on his accounts. I want to see some more examples of what this strategy is all about here. So let's skip a little forward.
I'm saying to myself, right, that the market is very bearish because we have...
Okay, yeah, we are in a bearish market. Again, NASDAQ 5-minute chart, pop it.
This, crazy sell-off right here. Overall, I want to look for some type of short.
Okay, that's totally valid. Of course, now we are in situations where the market is trending in one direction or the other. There will be examples where the whole day will just be a range. What to do then, I'm not too sure.
So we do have resistance around here, and I want to see
A little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here.
some type of reaction around here. Now, okay, I am looking at the 5-minute chart, and I am taking everything on the 5 minutes. So the 5-minute candle and the 5-minute chart, okay? I'm not looking at the daily chart, then drop down to the 4-hour chart, then drop down to the 1-hour chart. I don't, honestly, I keep things as simple as possible.
That is a really good thing to take away from this video, okay? I know I myself talk a lot about that I have different kind of range charts open. In the end, I'm mostly just trading on one chart. I think you can look at different charts, but the rule is that you have to focus and trade on one chart. So if it's too hard for you to look at different time frames and then only stick to one with your trading decisions, then get rid of them. Then just take a look at the 5-minute, okay? If you're advanced enough to also be able to take a look at, for example, a 100 Renko chart and a 15-minute, that's what I like usually to do, but then still only base your trading decision on the Renko, for example, and not find a entry signal on the Renko, and in the next minute you see something on the 15-minute, and in the next minute you see something on the heat map, and you want to trade everything, because then nothing will work out. So it's okay to take some good information from different charts, focus on one. So I think this is a really good point from him.
5-minute everything for the direction, entries, everything. So right
And
here
that's totally enough.
we have the
I mean, watch some Al Brooks videos. He's trading the S&P 500 in the 5-minute and only in the 5-minute, and he can identify something in every candle.
market going to this key level right here. So I'm looking for some type of rejection. So we did break above this key level, but honestly, in my opinion, we didn't go too far, so I was still looking for sells. So we had this nice rejection right here. You see how we have a nice rejection bar? So this is one of my,
Guys, I don't know. That does not seem like a perfect entry here for me. I wouldn't trade that. Why wouldn't I trade that? What I thought is that he is now talking about maybe now let's take a little different color here on the white screen. I thought he might be talking about an entry here after this big bearish engulfing. Okay, again, this would be a bar like the one he's talking about at the beginning. But now he's talking about an entry at this one. Why are the markets falling rapidly in such moments? Because there are a lot of people who've been catched on the wrong foot. Okay, there are a lot of buyers who provide liquidity lower. Of course, there need to be a lot of sellers, for sure. But there are a lot of buyers with liquidity lower, and they get stopped out and stopped out and stopped out, okay? And if a buyer gets stopped out, he has to sell his position, okay? Moving the market short. Such heavy movements in a quick amount of time always only happen because people get catched on the wrong foot. So this one isn't obvious. We are breaking out above several resistances. Here was a resistance, here was one, okay? And now we're making new highs. That could be a sign of a trend change. So again, the chances that we're gonna see some short momentum after the close of this candle is high. The question again is until where? It would be likely that the market would find support at some of those levels here. The chance isn't incredibly high that we're gonna make the move all the way back down to the lows. Not after such a breakout, okay? So again, I would be very careful with this entry. I think the chances to make money here after you can identify, okay, maybe it's a head and shoulders pattern, we got a bearish engulfing, overall the bearish trend is still intact, is higher than at this point.
In my opinion, we didn't go too far, so I was still looking for sells.
Okay.
So we had this nice rejection right here. You see how we have a nice rejection bar?
That's quite
so
okay,
this is one of my, candles that I'm looking
But we also had a pretty nice rejection here.
for to get in the market, okay? This one candle right here, nice rejection, okay? The reason why this is a nice candle is because this candle was green, but it turned red, okay? So you see how we have this wick right here? Well, this was green all the way to here, and then all of a sudden, sellers came in the market, right? And brought that baby back down, and then now we have a nice little wick, pin bar type of candle. Now,
this was red before and now turning green. Are you wanting to enter here? Because of course now this is now a long breakout. This would be an example, a I'm 100% sure that a very lot of traders got stopped out below this candle because they thought, okay, we got a long breakout. This was a retracement, maybe even to the 50% Fibonacci level, and people are buying here, get stopped out again. So this is why a market is moving lower.
Oh, how do you want to get in? You can get in as soon as it goes below the candle. Okay, so you wait for that candle to close. Once it goes below this candle right here, okay, you can get in. Now, I know some of you guys might, oh man, you know, well, my mentor never taught me this. He told me I got to use this special, this and special that. I get it. I get it. Okay. Honestly, what I'm teaching right now isn't cool, right? Especially nowadays. It's not cool. This stuff I'm teaching right now, but I'm telling you right now, it's simple. It's simple. It works. You just have to build up the confidence, and you just have to, you know, just put in the time, right? But anyway, I took a short right here. And I went for, you know, nice little scalp to the downside. Let me show you guys the live trade. All right, so you see that I'm in the market, and basically I'm just waiting to see if this bad boy will go down, you know.
Again, I repeat myself, the chances are high that we're gonna see some short momentum, but after this breakout long, that I do not know, I wouldn't know how far this short push would go. Okay, and I would expect support at some of those levels here.
Oh, again,
which was obviously not the case in the end, but this was just, that would be my thought process on why maybe to skip that entry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I was gonna get stopped out, and this is why you have to have rules. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not a really good gut trader. You know, a trader that basically trades on his gut. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it, and I'm guaranteeing you that most traders don't know how to trade based on their gut, right? Your gut is always going to, in my opinion, make bad decisions, okay? So when I take a trade like this, even though I feel like I'm going to get stopped out, I still take it because it's part of my rules. It's part of my system.
I think the problem in this trade is, again, letting it run.
So I have to take it. Even though I don't like it, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let me fast forward this and show you what happened next. All right, so right here, you see that I got out.
Yeah, and that is totally valid. That is totally valid. Okay, now this makes it way more real than I thought it would.
Let me fast.
We know for certain in hindsight that the market came all the way back down to the lows, but he did completely the right thing. Now I can trust him.
For this to show you what happened next.
This seems to be real.
All right, so
he got out at support, where previously was support. And that is a completely right thing to do. He just grabbed a little bit of the short momentum. All right, nothing said, everything is okay.
Right here, you see that.
I thought it would be really shady if he was now telling us that he got in at the top and really held the market for more or less down to the lows, okay? But now this seems kind of realistic. And that is a decent trade.
I got out, and let me show you guys the profit. And I made 1,700 for it.
Okay, now this is
let me.
I don't know why I'm so skeptical today here.
Fast forward this to show you what happened next. All right, so.
But do you know what I noticed? He's talking about trading live here, and this is a live environment. But it seems like he's showing us his trading profit like right now, while the market is still moving. Maybe it's a replay.
Right here, you see that I got out, and let me show you guys the profit. And I made 1,700 on that trade. Okay. So that trade was a quick scalp, and the only reason why I scalped because I got in a little bit too heavy, and I realized, oh shoot, if I don't get out, I'm gonna go too much on a profit with the consistency rule. And I actually trade this on another account. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, so here is the other trade right here. This is my other prop firm account, and basically I'm about to get out. You're gonna see me get my profit soon. Come on, baby, give me that profit.
Maybe I'm too skeptical today. I always want to identify if something is really the truth or being faked. I know that he is most likely someone who's telling the truth. I want to believe him, so. But there's always a side of me is like noticing, is this replay? Is this live? Is this in hindsight? So don't be too mad with me here.
Okay, let's get it. Come on, come on, come on. All right, you see me. I'm about to exit soon, and hold on. There we go. There we go. All right, so. Got my profit, and let me show you guys how much I made on that.
Okay, let's see if we get another example.
A good example of basically.
Oh, this was a bad trade for me. That was a bad day. I had a bad day here. This is Thursday. I remember it. Okay, the night before, we basically pushed up, And on Thursday, we sold everything like down to the tick again. And right here, I searched for long trades. It wasn't like until at this point that I accepted that the market is spiking lower.
Me, looking at the market, overall, I'm looking at this, right? And we had a nice sell-off.
That was a nice sell-off. That was a generational sell-off.
And I was looking for maybe a short if it pulled back anywhere around here. But overall, we did have a nice little support area down here. Okay, so I was looking at this. I was stalking this. But also,
come on,
I realized this area right here, you know, we had support around this area too. While I'm waiting for some type of action, you know, I missed pretty much this whole move. And honestly, I thought I wasn't going to trade. But, you know, we did have a pullback. And then we pulled back.
I did not miss it. I was faked long and then only took my loss somewhere after between the first 5 minutes and the second 5 minutes, somewhere here. So I don't know, the loss was way too big. It was so fast and I was like a little confused at this point, I have to admit.
To this level right here, okay? So once we pull back to this level right here.
And unfortunately, I did not flip short because I thought, okay, now the market fell so much. I don't know, at some point we're gonna get a long signal again, but the market just fell further and further and a short entry here would have made a lot of sense.
Here, and we had that nice reaction at this level, okay? Again, one candle, nice reaction. That's when I say, all right, I'm gonna participate, okay?
Okay, so basically he's just finding support and resistances. I also say, yeah, this is a signal bar. You could enter here. The question I'm asking myself is how far the market will go in each of those examples. Let's take a look how he executed that live.
This trade is going to work or not. I do feel, you know, I do have some confidence in this trade. So overall, I do believe it's going to bounce, but
he took profit up here. That was a really, really good trade. And he wasn't afraid after this bearish candle here. Okay, after such a sell-off and a bearish pin bar could be dangerous.
Basically, that was a nice trade.
Okay, I think that should be enough. I'm already recording for almost half an hour and I'm sweating my ass off. It's way too hot. This video was pretty good. For beginners at least, it was a very, very simple approach, but in the end, it worked. And I think the big takeaway from this video was just that simple things, in most cases, work better than overcomplicated stuff. Okay, thank you Day Trading Addict for showing us some very good trades, obviously executed live, and they were great executions. Okay, really, really great executions. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna see us next episode. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.